All right, class, today we are going to be doing a whole bunch of different calculations. What I'm going to do is go through the basic ones each time, and then from there on, you should be able to do the circuit practice on your own, but I'm just going to review what circuit practice is. Okay, here we go. So suppose you purchase 20 shares of a company's stock currently priced at $23.34. And important word is each. I know they didn't write that, but that's implied, okay? How much did you invest? So the total cost, that's what they're looking for. So here we go. So the price per share is $23.34 each share. And then multiplying that by the number of shares, which is 20, that's going to give you your answer. Okay, and so our final answer is $466.80. We're going to add that zero because it's money. Okay. For this one, you probably have it, but I'm going to do it anyway. What is your overall investment? So here they're looking for the total cost. If you purchase 5 shares, priced at $5.86, so let's start there. So 5 times $5.86 plus, so multiply all of these and then add them all together. 9 shares at $12.87. And 8 shares at $56.99. Let's find out what the first one is. So we're going to do 5 times $5.86, and we've got $29.30 plus 9 times 12, 87. $18.83 plus 8 times $6.99. You have 455.92. Now we're going to add all those together. So we have 29.30 plus 115.83 plus 455.92. And our total is $601.05. All right, next up we have, what is your total capital gain? Now to find that, we're going to do profit or loss per share times number of shares. Here we go. So what's your total capital gain if you purchase 30 shares priced at this and sell this? So our first step is to find profit or loss share. We have to find out how much you lost for one. So we're going to do, all right, so you bought them. 234. And you bought them at, and then sold them at that. So you made a profit, you made more money. So we're going to take 75.98, subtract 52.34 to find out how much money you made on one share. Okay, so on one share, you made a profit of $23.64. Now step 2. Got 23.64. That's the profit for 1 times the amount of shares, which is 30, equals a total profit of $709.20. Okay, the stock was purchased for $75.97 per share and sold for 45. Okay, if you own 25, so you lost. So we're going to get a negative number, and that's to be expected because we lost money. So if we sold them for $45.86 and we subtract 75.97. We're going to get a negative number. That's what we expect because this number is bigger than this one. So 46.86 times 75, 97. We got negative 29 and 11. So you lost $29.11. Now we're going to multiply that. So that was step 1. Now we're going to do step 2, where we're going to multiply that by the 25 shares. So we have negative 29.11 times 25. Find out how much you have total, how much you lost in total. And we have negative $725.75. My bad. Now remember, unless you sell it, you didn't actually lose any money. Likewise, unless you sell it, you didn't actually gain any money. It's just a paper loss or an unrealized loss until you actually sell it. So there you go. Because the prices go up and down, that's okay. It's just when you sell it, that's when it matters. So a stock pays an annual dividend of $1.76 per share. If you own more than 50 shares, how much do you receive? So we're going to multiply the annual dividends times the number of shares. So an annual dividend, 176 times 150. Find out how much you received. And we have 264. That's nice. Cool. I mean, you don't really have to do anything. That money's just free, so it's nice. All right, a stock pays 75 cents quarterly per share. If you own 25 shares, how much did you receive in a year? There are 4 quarters in a year. So you have 2 choices. You can do 75 cents times 4 times a year times 25. Or you can do 0.75 times 25 to find the year, and then times 4. Doesn't matter. It's the commutative property of multiplication, which you covered when you were very young. So either way, it's the same answer. It does not matter. Let's do the second one, 0.75 cents. So $75 or $0.75 times 25, the amount of shares, times 4, the amount of quarters in a year, and you made $75 that year. Now doing it the other way would get you the same answer. So it does not matter. Okay. Next up, the dividend yield is the annual dividend per share divided by the current share price. So they pay an annual dividend of $1.98 per share. Divide that by the current stock price, which is the current share price, which is $87.15. You're gonna get a decimal. That's okay. We expect that. 198 divided by 87.15. We have 0.227. So if you wanted to turn that into a percent, you would multiply it by 100 or move the decimal place 2 times. Either way, you get the same answer. You get 22.7%. Okay. What is the dividend yield for a stock that pays an annual dividend of $2.50 per share and is currently trading at $142.45? There we go. Same thing. 2.5 divided by 142.45. So we got 0.01755. So I would turn that into 17. No. I made a mistake. It's my bad. I wrote 0.22, but in my calculator it actually says 0.0227. So your answer should be 2.27%. Or 2.3%. Either way is correct. If you prefer this, that's fine too. So here, it should be 1.8 or 1.76. Either way is fine. Percent. That seems a lot more accurate. There we go. Okay, here we go. So current price minus original price. So it decreases from, you see that word from, this is your original, to this. This is your current. So if a stock price decreases, that means it goes down. If it goes down, that means we expect a negative. So if we get negative, that's A-okay, that's expected. So from this 3560, we're going to subtract, no, it should be the other way around, because it goes current minus original. So we have 2790 minus the original, which is 3560, over the original, which is 3560. Again, we're going to get a decimal, so we're going to multiply that by 100. Okay, there we go. So we have 27.90 minus 3560. And I would recommend separating this into two different equations. So we're going to do that equals, and then just take that and divide it by 35.6. Okay, so then we've got 0.21. So I'm just going to multiply that by 100. And I have negative 21.6%. That is the percent that the price went down by. Okay, you purchased a stock for $345 and it's now increased. So this is the original. 2 means current. So we've got 435.29 minus 345.67. Another quick note. Increase, so we expect it going up, which means we expect a positive. Okay. That over the original, which is 345.7. Let's find out what that is. So 435.29 minus 345.67. That divided by 345.67. There we go. So you got 25.9 and multiply it by 100, and your answer is 25.9%. That's pretty good increase. And we're going to do a plus sign because they wanted you to, because we know it went up. These two, I feel like you can do on your own. Cool. Yep. Just know that the 5 years later does not matter. Who cares? That's not anything with the math. Okay. So good. So now, we're going to go on to here because you should be able to do the next two problems on your own. Here, you purchased 45 shares of a stock, purchased at price at 32 per share with the total cost of investment. So the basic goal is to check here. If you don't know what to do, that's a-okay. It's going to match at least one of the problems in your notes. So in this case, it matched the numbers 1 and 2 and this formula. So that's how we know we're going to do the price per share, which is $32, times the number of shares, which is 45, equals, find out, 32 times 45 equals, we got 1,440. Now, circuit practice, it's not our first time doing it, but just as a review, the whole goal is this is number 1. This is your answer to number 1. Now we're going to check where it says previous answer to find that one. So here we go. So we have $1,440. This is it. So this is now our number 2, and we keep going that way. All right. Good luck.